PlayStation speaks on releasing more hit games, Sony is upgrading PSN reviews, and Sony's dark horror game gets an update. We will be talking about all this in today's video. Please hit that like button, subscribe to never miss a PlayStation update, and share the video to help grow this community. Now, starting with Sony on releasing more hit games, Sony is setting its sights on consistently delivering blockbuster games through PlayStation Studios. To make this happen, Sony Interactive Entertainment is honing its development processes and adjusting release schedules. Despite achieving commercial success with many titles, PlayStation Studios have faced challenges in sustaining profit margins. In response, Sony is restructuring its PlayStation division, which includes cutting over 900 jobs and introducing a new management team led by joint CEOs Herman Hulst and Hideki Nishino. During a recent earnings call for the first quarter of fiscal year 2024, Sony shared that the studio business group is focused on improving its development schedule management and streamlining projects. The aim is to ensure a steady flow of hit games. The exact statement reads, "The studio business group is strengthening its development schedule management and optimizing development projects in order to consistently and continuously release hit titles," end quote. Meanwhile, Sony's platform business group is concentrating on boosting the number of active PlayStation users and enhancing user engagement. The top priority is to build a stable financial foundation. While no major first-party blockbusters have been released this year, Sony has rolled out several console exclusives. Looking ahead to fall 2024, 3 smaller first-party games are in the pipeline: Concord, Astrobot, and LEGO Horizon Adventures, although being on multiple platforms. 2025 and on, though, looks as though it could be a better half for the PS5 lifecycle, with studios getting ready to show off their games since they now have more time to develop their games, and the PS5 Pro obviously leveraging more power once that does come to fruition. Now, moving on to PSN updating its reviews. Sony is currently testing a new feature on the PlayStation Store that allows players to write reviews similar to the system used on Steam that everybody loves. While the company already introduced a 5-star rating system, it seems they're aiming to give players more freedom to share their thoughts. Some Reddit users have reported receiving emails inviting them to review certain games, such as Helldivers 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Resident Evil 4. These emails include a link to a review form on the PlayStation website. Interestingly, though, in typical Sony fashion, these emails were also sent to players who purchased physical copies of the games. However, only those who bought a digital copy from the PS Store can actually leave a review. Although this review system is still in the early testing phase, many players feel that Sony should display the number of hours a player has spent on a game along with their review. This could help combat review bombing from trolls who leave negative feedback for irrelevant reasons, even after spending countless hours playing. However, adding a playtime counter might be a challenge for Sony, especially since the PS5's playtime tracking feature still has some issues that need fixing. Personally, I love the idea of adding a text format to the review as well, so you're getting that 5-star rating plus a text review. And if they were able to fix the hours played, that would just solidify this whole thing and make it a whole lot better. Now, lastly, we're going to be talking about that Firesprite update. It's widely known that PlayStation has a slew of unannounced projects in the work, and one of these intriguing titles is being developed by Firesprite. This game is set to be a single-player narrative horror experience. As of now, there's no concrete information available about the project, but Sony acquired Firesprite in 2021, and over the years, leaks and rumors about this project have surfaced. One such leak involves an internal document that revealed the project's codename as Heartbreak. Whether this is still accurate remains unclear, but Colin Moriarty, somewhat of an insider, mentioned on the Last Stand Media podcast that the game might be set on an island and feature a female protagonist. Beyond this, we don't have much information about the game or its development stage. Despite this, though, there have been several leaks that provide tantalizing details about the unannounced project. One major clue about Firesprite's project comes from the website of game designer Emily Stell. She described the project as a narrative horror game with platforms listed as PlayStation 5 and PC, and notes it's being developed with Unreal Engine 5. It's not uncommon for PlayStation to put their exclusives on PC, although in this case, looking at a day-and-date release could be interesting if that is the direction that they're going in. Additionally, the resume of Firesprite writer Ren Alex Rose, who worked there from 2022 to April 2024, indicates she was involved in creating characters and storylines, in quotes, within pre-established IP, end quote, hinting at some existing universe connections. Speculation is rife, though, with this game. Might not be an original IP, but the new entry is an existing franchise. Jason Schreier hinted at this possibility on Reddit, saying he never stated it was a new IP. Though which horror IP remains a mystery given the many franchises seeing new developments in games and films right now. Further intriguing, though, comes from Andreas Houen, an environmental artist at Firesprite, whose Pinterest profile features boards dedicated to cosmic horror, architecture, and sci-fi. While we can only speculate about the horror IP involved, we'll be keeping a close watch for any updates from Sony or Firesprite about this upcoming title. As a horror fan, I am hoping to get more in this genre from PlayStation, hopefully with that PlayStation seal of excellence attached, as we've come to expect from Sony. But let me know what you guys think about all these topics. Are you looking forward to PlayStation aiming at making more hit games, more single-player hit games? What about PlayStation revamping their review process on a PSN? And lastly, Firesprite's new game. What are you hoping to see? As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, share the video to keep this community growing. I thank you all for watching. Take care.